Welcome to my show. A guest here. Her name is Makheni Zonneveld. Mrs. Makheni, how are you doing, ma?
I'm good and even better because I'm invited again to your show. It's such a privilege, Tammy. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy to also have you again on my show. It's an honor, and you've done tremendous things in my life, and I also want to thank you for that. And firstly, you are an author. You are also a coach and a speaker. Can you please, Makheni, discuss more about yourself and how you are doing currently now, Makheni?
Okay. Um, I'm a speaker and I speak on wellness. In the past, I used to speak on things like leadership, but now my focus is wellness, both mental and physical wellness. I do that as a coach, I do that as a speaker, and I do that as an author. So that is why I wrote the book Healthier and Slimmer.
Yes, that's where I want to dive to. Ada and Slimia, can you please discuss more on that book? I know you've discussed it earlier during the last episode, but can you please just give more explanation? And do you have more books again that you're writing currently that you're planning to write in the coming future, McKinney?
Okay, now at the moment, I've got only this one book on wellness. And in the past, in the previous episode, when we talked about this book, it was on mental health, it was on forgiveness. And because the book has two parts. The first part is on physical health. And yeah, that part of the book came because between 2006 and 2008 was very, very ill. Good nutrition information saved me. Thereafter, I started studying more about nutrition, and that's why I ended up with this book.
Yes, I highly recommend the book, and also I also try my best to, read more on your book, which is Earlier and Slimmer. Thank you for the opportunity, and I would like to, before we dive into the important topic we want to speak, you started the Free Health Club in 2021. What do you think is the Free Health Club, and why did you start it in the first place, McKenny?
Okay, the Free Health Club I started it because I wanted to reach more people with the information I was sharing with people that I know, the health information. And so I decided, okay, let me just do this on social media, do this to reach people that I don't know, because this is my passion. And that was 2021, and yeah, still going strong.
Yeah, I'm so very, very much glad that it is still moving, and we'll hope more continues to come out in the coming future. It will definitely be inspiring, Mrs. McKinney. And I would like to dive to the point of the coolest Grammy in town. You probably call the coolest granny in town. People would like to know, why do you think you are called the coolest granny in town, McKinney?
Okay, in fact, it all started with me calling myself the coolest granny in town. But why did I do that? When I started the Free Health Club, I decided, wellness, health is such a serious topic, but it doesn't have to be somber and boring. So I decided, okay, I'm going to jazz it up. And then I recorded the theme songs. Listeners, please go to freehealthclub.online and click on theme songs. You're going to find very groovy songs that are normally not associated with old people like me because I'm 71 years old. Then I was 67. And I thought, oh, these songs are so cool. So I'm not only the fittest granny in town, but the coolest.
I completely agree. The coolest, the one who is really cool to impact every person with their health to help them to, be more healthier in the life they've come for. Thank you so much, Mrs. McKinney. And I also like to dive to the point of obesity. Obesity is something that is really happening, which also one of the things you discussed in your book. But I would like to also dive to is we all know that obesity is dangerous for our health. It causes a lot of this satisfaction. Why do you say addressing it is dangerous in your own understanding, McKenny?
Yeah. Obesity causes, you say it causes a lot of problems. It causes far more problems than people realize. Last year here in the Netherlands, there's a university in Rotterdam where they did research. and found more about the problems of obesity, like in both men and women, it causes infertility. Obesity causes lots of problems, not only diabetes and cancer and heart problems. We should avoid obesity. We should do something about it when we are obese. But I want to bring to attention the fact that if you focus on solving obesity per se, it can be very dangerous because of the solutions that are offered out there. You know, when people sell stuff, and you know, they are not evil or bad or anything, they want to make money. So you sell things that people want, not necessarily things that people need. So people want to lose weight, and then what do? You sell methods of losing weight, products of losing weight, injections, all these things. And there isn't a single one of those solutions that enhances your health. All of them, for some reason, destroy your health. Let me give examples. If you want to lose weight, then you are told to eat low fat. If you analyze what is low fat, it's a product that gets over processed to remove the fat. And then in the over processing, also, there are dangerous chemicals that are added, like preservatives and flavorants and colorants. So instead of eating low fat products, eat something that is really healthy. And then, so people tend to fake sugar, fake milk, fake meat, and all those fake foods, all of them cause dangerous diseases. And also there are tablets and injections. So you are encouraged to go on with your life, eat burgers and pizzas and lie on the couch. Don't go to the gym because that's what we want to hear. We want the easy solutions. Just take this tablet, just take this liquid, and that is what destroys our health. So, what do I recommend? Instead of trying to lose weight, focus on health gain. And when you do that, I promise you, when you do that, you lose weight automatically. You don't lose weight actually, because it's not the same thing. Losing weight and losing fat is not the same thing. Because when you lose weight, you lose some fat, you lose water, and you lose a lot of muscle. So, and those quick fixes lead to that. But the right thing is to gain health, and automatically you lose fat without losing water and muscle.
It's definitely not an easy one, honestly speaking, because that shows the main reason why obesity is very, very uneasy to speak about. Because every single person wants to go into obesity in an easy and efficient way, but one has to face the steps that are needed to get the health running very, very well to lose this weight, because one, as you said, one has to lose fat with the water before one can lose weight. I would like to dive to the point of your video on Ozempic. You know, once I saw it, Mrs. Makheni, you know, I never heard of Ozempic. So on your video, so please, Mrs. Makheni, can you please give insight on why Ozempic is bad news for every single person today, Makheni?
Oh, thank you. You say the video, I would just like to tell the listeners where you saw this video. If you go to healthierandslimmer.online, not .com, healthierandslimmer.online, and you click on Safe Ozempic Alternative, that's where you see the video. So, what is Ozempic? Ozempic is a product, uh, it's injections and pills. So you can have it either as an injection or as pills, daily pills or weekly injections. For diabetes, it has very serious side effects. You see, diabetes is a very serious condition And when you have any serious condition, diabetes, cancer, you take treatments that have serious side effects because you have to take that treatment, right? Now, later it got registered in many countries also for weight loss. And this is promoted all over. Celebrities, even Elon Musk, well-known people are given millions to promote this. And it's not, you don't only hear about it on social media, you hear a lot about it even on mass media. But what concerns me when I listen to the radio or see on TV, I have never anybody talking about the side effects. I don't want people to take what I say about the side effects on my video. Google yourself. Just Google side effects Ozempic. You will be blown away. There are serious side effects like an effect on your eyes. You can lose your eyesight. The people with diabetes take that, but when you don't have diabetes, please be careful. It can affect your eyes. It can cause cancer. And that's just two side effects. So it is very, very dangerous. And I understand the desperation that leads people to take this. Many years ago, before I got this information that helped me in 2008, on two different occasions, when I was still in South Africa, in my home country, I went to these expensive doctors, two different doctors, and took injections, weekly injections. It was before Ozempic. It was other injections that were equally dangerous. Temi, I didn't even ask the doctor exactly what is in this injection. What does it do to my body? I was just excited because I saw a friend who had lost weight and I thought, oh, I must have this. So that is the reason people should be very careful of Ozempic. Please Google it. What are the dangers of Ozempic? And go to Free Health Club. No, sorry, to healthierandSlimmer.online and click on Ozempic alternative. Now, if I say weight loss methods and injections and tablets are dangerous, and the products like meal replacements are dangerous, am I selling an Ozempic alternative? The answer is no. You click there, and then it tells you the dangers of Ozempic and it gives you the healthy solution, which is health gain.
That's a very powerful insight. People have to get research before they just take action to do everything that's regarding to their health. And checking on your site and getting more experience and more insight is really, really important. So one will not fall into a point of eventually having cancer and all this sickness that are really, really um, that could just take one life very, very early. Thank you so much
Yes,
for the insight, Makheni.
that's the next question. You have mentioned such an important word. You said people should do research. Now, research is effort. You see, we are lazy. We want to sit on the couch and things must just come easily to us. There are important things in your life. I regard spiritual life as very important. So I sit down and study it. I regard mental health as important. So sit down and study it. Physical health, nutrition, what you put in your mouth is so important. One day I was with this couple and we were sitting together and the man ordered alcohol-free beer. So they know that I'm into talking about health and everything. And the wife smiles and she thought that I'm probably impressed. She said, "Do you see that he's drinking alcohol-free beer?" I said, "Yeah." And I said to him, "So there's no alcohol in this beer?" He said, "Yes." I said, "But what is in the beer? He said, I don't know. You see, Temi, we are told this burger is meat free. Okay, there's no meat in it, but what's actually in it? The quickest way you can do when you stand in the supermarket and buy something is to read the label at the back. You know, that simple, quick research. Read the label at the back. Now, people buy the book and then they phone me, or they've not yet bought the book. They phone me because I give free information to everybody. And they say, what about such and such a food stuff? Is it healthy or not? I say, okay, you eat that right. You've got the container right. Go grab the container, the box or the bottle or the tin. And then I say, just read to me what's at the back. They read, and then you know what they say? Oh, I see it's unhealthy. Because the box is in your cupboard, the tin is in your cupboard, but you have never read. So before it lands in your cupboard, while you are at the supermarket, please read at the back, and you will realize. So, um, let me give you an example. A few years ago, I had very coarse hair, very, very coarse African hair, coarse, unlike most black people. So I heard that mayonnaise was good at softening your hair so that the comb can go through without straightening it. I went to buy mayonnaise, and when I got to the supermarket, I decided even if I'm not going to eat this, this is going to be on my scalp. So I'm buying a good brand, which I will not mention. Okay, I buy it, I get home, and I put it in a container, vacuum pump in the fridge. I use it once a week, but it lasted for a very long time. So there was still a bit left after 2 years, and it still looked normal. So I put my finger in it and tasted it. Tell me, after 2 years, it still tasted good. After 2 years. And you can Google right now, if you make mayonnaise at home, how long does it last in the fridge? 2 weeks. So every time you eat mayonnaise, you are eating something that has so much of the preservatives that it can last for 2 years in a fridge. And now the next step is, does it mean I should make my own mayonnaise? No. What is mayonnaise made of? So that is the next step. What is mayonnaise made of? People think if I make it at home, then it's healthy. No. Let's take chips, fries. What do you call them in your country? Do you call them chips or fries? Potato chips.
Chips, chips.
Right, chips. People say, nah, Makheni, I don't buy chips. I make them at home. I say, the problem with chips is not that they are made at the store. The problem with chips is that they are chips. Because when you make chips, you deep fry them. When you deep fry something in oil, it's not like stir fry. So that is unhealthy. It doesn't only make you fat, it makes you to lose your health. And and then people say, okay, I eat chicken, but I air fry it. Now, air fry is a good way of cooking. It's like doing something in the oven. But if you air fry chicken, you are air frying something that is not healthy because animal products are not healthy. So there's the type of information that you get in the book. And there's the book. I've done all this research, and you find all of it in the book, in fact. Why didn't I say that before? Okay.
Completely agree, Makheni. Every single information found in the Elder and Slimmer book. Every single thing in life has its description. You know, every single thing we buy has its own description behind it. We have to try our best to get the information that are needed, so we won't just try our best to fall into the wrong paths. It is a very, very big insight, and it's a very, very important message every single people should know, and the listeners could learn from this as well. I would like to also dive to the point of gaining wealth, gaining health. What tips do you think you could give someone who wants to gain health, with the one they have before, they would like to gain more McKinney?
Great. Now, let me say, before I get to that, let me go a step further. People who are healthy, like you young, you healthy, you don't lie awake at night and say, how can I gain health? How can I be healthier? Nobody thinks that way. People who are fit and well, who are not ill, who are overweight think, how can I become slimmer? So now what I say to them is you want to become slimmer, gain health. Before we get to tips on how to gain health, what is health gain actually? Health gain is becoming healthier than you already are if you are not yet ill and preventing illness. What illnesses do you prevent? Lifestyle diseases. Diseases that we get because of what we eat and not exercising and not dealing with stress properly. So you gain health by eating the right things, avoiding all those things that poison your body, exercising, and dealing well with stress. So that is how to gain health. And what about people who are already ill? You gain health by losing your symptoms, by dealing with your illness in a responsible manner. I would like to read out something. The book starts and ends with this. Health warning. Firstly, this content is not intended to replace your medical practitioner's advice and treatment. Secondly, if you follow this consistently, you will feel good, sleep better, lose excess fat, have high energy levels, have healthy looking skin, and lose some or all of your symptoms if you have any illness. Now, this is the warning part. Even so, when that happens, please do not interfere with your prescribed treatment. Let your prescribing doctor chart the way forward. That's what I'd like to say to people who are already ill. That you keep on with your treatment. Let's say you've got high blood pressure or diabetes, whatever illness you have, asthma, you keep on with the treatment, you change your lifestyle by following what is in the book, drinking water and eating all the right things and at the right time, then all these things that I promise are going to happen. And when you go for your next checkup, your doctor will be impressed and say, okay, now this is how the doctors have been responding. Some of those stories are in the book. You are ill, you've got a condition, you go to for a checkup every 3 months, some people go every 6 months. When you arrive, the doctor immediately sees something has gone right and says, tell me what happened. You say, there is this woman in the Netherlands, this old crazy granny, cool granny. I read her book, or I got coaching from her. And then the doctor checks and finds that there is an improvement in the results. Like, for instance, blood sugar level. In all the stories, the doctor changes the treatment. The doctor says, wow, keep on with this lifestyle, but I'm reducing your treatment. And then the next treatment, the next checkup, the doctor reduces the treatment. And sometimes the doctors don't reduce the treatment, they change to a weaker form of treatment that has less side effects. Eventually, if you keep on that way, where will you end up? At zero medication. So that's what it's about. And while that is happening, the weight, the obesity takes care of itself.
Thank you. Thank you so much, McKinney. That shows that every single thing one has to do, one has to get the information, and not only getting the information, they have to also check ways that they can use to improve their life, but that does not mean they should exclude what probably the doctor or the prescription person is saying them, telling them to do. They can just use it as a type of backup to help themselves, and they should also always try their best there in the right path. So when they do it, then the improvements can come with the help of that, and it's really works. So getting to the doctor might just be surprised that wow, the improvement has happened, maybe through what that person has been doing too to also improve his or her life. That is very magnificent, inspiring. Thank you so much, Makheni. And I also lastly like to ask Helder and Slima, where do you think they can get the book, Makheni?
Oh, thank you. The book is available in both paperback and uh, digitally. So, all the information is on healthier and slimmer dot online. No matter where you are, you can buy the paperback, the ebook at the same on the same link. But when it comes to the paperback, it says before you buy the paperback, check how you can buy it from your country. Healthier and slimmer dot online.
All right, thank you so much for the insight, Mrs. McKenney. And lastly, McKenney, from there's a question I normally ask during the end of the show, from the forefathers, from the fathers who have passed on during the historic time. There are a lot of things that do exist during our forefathers' time that is missing in our time today. If there is anyone or anything you would like to bring back to our time today, McKinney, what do you think that thing will be?
What I would like to bring back, this makes me think of my paternal grandfather, my mother's father, Kenneth Oadi Mareme. Now, my grandfather lived long ago during apartheid South Africa, the days of colonialism. He was a very intelligent man, but didn't have an opportunity to go to school. He never owned a car. He never had a fancy house. But I will tell you about what he had. What we call Ubuntu. And he was a man of integrity. Integrity is now something that is very rare. And I wish we all had grandfathers and fathers and grandmothers and mothers, and we ourselves could have that type of integrity. This world would be a better place.
Hmm. Integrity. It is very powerful. There are a lot of things that we're lacking, and integrity is possibly the one of it that we are possibly missing today. And really hope we hope the world just continue to bring back all these important things that we need to use to improve and make ourselves more better. I also want to sincerely thank you for the time and the opportunity on speaking on every single step, and also your book where one can buy it to improve their life, and also if possible the paperback to also check if it's available in or step they could take to also get it in their country. I want to sincerely thank you for the opportunity and the time you've given to me to speak on several topics that could improve our life. Thank you so much, McKinney.
Ah, what a privilege. Thanks again. Have a beautiful day.
All right, have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye bye.